I also request everyone to check if all their mobile phones have been switched off. And if not, kindly switch them off. We would start today's evening with a small invocation.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
I request Jyoti to please come up and garland Swami Nikhilananda ji and Swamini Guru Priyananda ji. Hari Om. Offering our most revered prayers at the feet of the Lord and seeking the blessings of Pujya Gurudev, we at the Chinmaya Yuva Kendra Delhi extend a very warm welcome and greetings to all this evening. At the outset, we would like to offer our gratitude to Swami Nikhilananda Ji for having given us the guidance and inspiration all the time. We are also extremely thankful to all who have come here, spared the time to encourage us and see the presentation. The Kumbh festival marks the confluence of energies and various religious sects. It is for the second time that this presentation, a dance drama presentation, is being staged here today, carrying forward the concept initiated by Swami Mitrananda Ji, President of the All India Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. This dance drama presentation seeks to highlight the spiritual, scientific and mythological aspects of the Kumbh festival. We do hope you enjoy this evening and the presentation. Without further ado, we will now present before you Kumbh, the Churning.
Sanctioned an amount of rupees 120 crores for the arrangement of tube wells, toilets, water meters, hospitals and dispensaries. 90 kilometers of roads were prepared with the help of check place and 15 contour bridges. Now the water supply was maintained with the help of 28 tube wells provided for 340 kilometers of pipeline and crisscross the Mela area. Government of Uttar Pradesh had sanctioned an amount of rupees 120 crores for the arrangement of tube wells, toilets, pontoon bridges, hospitals and
We brought to you the live coverage of the greatest show on earth, the Kumbh Mela at Prayag, modern day Allahabad, and of the great scholarly seminar on its significance. This coverage was brought exclusively to you on ABCD TV network. We now take you back to the studio for a discussion among an expert panel on mythology and reality. But before that, a commercial break. In this cyber age of hype, reality is virtual. Truth at large, the idiot box pontificates, and the seeking spirit suffocates. Come on, son. Hello, father. How are you? Fine. I've had a long day today. Did you watch our coverage of the greatest show on earth? What's it called? Thank you. The Kumbh. Yeah. Wasn't the camera angles great? Wasn't I looking good and polished? Yeah, very much. Indeed, the camera angles were so good that even the reality was looking virtuous. Okay, at least tell me whether you enjoyed it. Tell me, son, whether you enjoyed it. I did my job. I made a good impression. Our coverage was better than the coverage on other channels. Now even bigger companies rush to sponsor my programs. I'm glad to hear that. Tell me, son, well, you haven't answered my question yet. Did you enjoy it? My job was to reach the Kumbh life to the people. I did my job. But did the Kumbh reach you in the first place? Who has the time these days to understand the larger-than-life mythology? Is that what you mean, whether I understood the mythology behind it? Partly that. But basically, whether or not you know that it relates to each one of us individually and collectively, that the feeling of it precedes the understanding of it. It unleashes a certain seeking spirit. Who has the time these days? How do you expect me to experience it? Movies are larger than life. Don't we experience them? That's different. They are related to our lives. We can identify with emotions. We identify with the emotions because they exist within us. Just like Kumbh, for which the gods and goddesses, the nectar of life, for which the gods and goddesses have fought. Myths related to truths. That, Papa, is utter contradiction. And even if you could relate to it, what's the use? For centuries now, for centuries together, millions, even before the advent of the print media, the electronic media, or even the modes of transport, millions have gathered for this congregation of the celebration of Kumbh. You know? Yeah, that's true. It was recorded by some Chinese scholar in the first millennium. But today, even that sounds improbable. You know, no channels, no sponsors, and yet nobody has to try and sell the event. Belief is its sponsor, tradition is medium, and every human being its channel. Then why can't I witness a grand spectacle that, according to you, is unfolding in the background of my heart and soul? Well, yeah, you can. Hey, look behind you! No, you're right. What was all this about? Fear. Fear is demonic. And liberation, just like genuine laughter, is godlike. Genuine laughter. Isn't my laughter genuine? How can that? Am I faking it? Genuine laughter. Laughter.
At the stroke of every moment, lurk behind you and fight within, the good and the bad, the positive and the negative, gods and demons ever present. There are twists and turns while the seeking spirit churns. In the battle that ensues, fear strikes, jealousy attacks, and anger burns. Wounds inflicted, confidence shattered. But again, there are twists and turns as the seeking spirit churns, as the seeking spirit churns. In the battle that resumes, compassion flowers, humanity blooms, and wisdom flows. As the umbrella of faith glows, the seeking spirit churns, the seeking spirit churns.
Is that what churning is all about? Yes. That and much more. Have you read or heard that great Puranic story which talks about the legend of the Kumbh? Bits and parts, but never the whole thing. As I understand it, there was the Kumbh, the nectar of life, at the end of every massive struggle. Not the end, but just the beginning. Meaning? Meaning, we witness this journey in our every moment. Terminates in every moment and it begins in our next moment. So, it's an endless journey without a destination, isn't it, Father? It's a journey which itself is the destination. Oh, the thought tires somebody as lazy as me. Did you see that? That was poison. That was arrogance. And it was killing your seeking spirit.
लागे यजमान सुनवते
It churned, son, and you started witnessing a sense of wonder at the gems of positive feelings that emerged out. Yes, I really did sense the feeling, the gems. It is only, but Father, I could hold on to that. Why is that? It's okay. Perhaps the journey was too intense. Perhaps. It is only in the inward journey, it is only in the outward journey that the gems look so real. And their position, the end, a sort of virtual reality. Yeah, perhaps. But on the other hand, in the inward journey, it is this very gems which look so very fleeting, so very unimportant to the journey, to the self, the kumbh. So you mean the kumbh is the self and I should hold on to it? Yeah, son. It is necessary to preserve the kumbh. For the gods and demons have fought for it for long, have had a long chase and fight to preserve it and restore it back to us. Look, Father, The Garuda has been able to save the Kumbh from the demons, but they haven't given up. They're still in hot pursuit.
The demons, the negative forces, will never give up. Neither will the gods, the positive universal forces.
Is that what the gods were conferring upon us?
Yes. The eternal truth, or the victory of good over evil. The essence of Kumbh.
I see the Saturn, the Jupiter, the Sun, and the Moon. These four magnificent celestial bodies are protecting the Kumbh
From external forces and Garuda itself.
So you mean the Garuda cannot be trusted?
Trust itself has to be protected from swaying to the demonic winds.
And how long will this race last?
Mythologically speaking, this race lasted Brahma's 12 cosmic days, which in temporal terms equals mankind's 12 years.
Hence the 12 yearly cycles for the Kumbh.
Yeah, that and the astronomical confluences which are associated with the 12 yearly revolution of planet Jupiter. You gather?
The sun affects the soul. The moon affects the mind. The Jupiter influences the intellect or wisdom. The planet Saturn symbolizes renunciation. These four planets were sent with Garuda to protect the Kumbh. Moon is said to have protected the Kumbh from spilling its content. Jupiter from the attack of the demons, the Sun from fragmenting, and Saturn from Garuda itself.
Positively charged by enhanced electromagnetic radiations of the Sun, Moon and Jupiter. So physically it cleanses the individual of dirt and disease. At another level, we understand these rivers to represent the vast knowledge of our scriptures, and gaining which one is cleansed of his or her negative tendencies or vasanas, leading to a purified mind.
But with the drums and bells of Mahakal. The first prayer of the temple of Mahakal begins at 4 a.m., known as the Bhasma Arati. This is the most important ritual of the day, where the master of cosmic time is propitiated with ashes from a cremation ground. Gave the ongoing tradition of Magh Mela the shape of the present Kumbh Mela. He first established the 4 well-known monasteries: Jyotir Mutt in north, Sringeri Mutt in south, Govardhan Mutt in east, and Sharda Mutt in west.
Let there be no smoke screen between the seeker and the unseen. The mentor forever throws light where gods and demons fight. Look for that sunlit window. The dark corners of human hearts will be aglow.
At such a large gathering of humanity, it is obvious that there would be different schools of thought, each such school catering to a section of people inclined towards that particular activity. Some come to learn meditation, while some come for the merits of worship. Some come to learn yoga, and some for astrology. One thing that is common to all is the final destination.
Yatra
At Prayag in Allahabad is believed to be imbued with sin washing powers. There is an eclipse during every Kumbh Mela. The place gets energized when people come with a single focus. Mind gets lifted up with the energies of the many. Few people resist the movement, then get flown with it. Negative transforms into positive.
possession, divine fire of all that the devoted bring. On the altar your kindled, bring us the priceless treasure. Come together, speak together, let your minds be in harmony, as the gods of old together sat in harmony to worship. Is one, united are the voices, the mind in union with the thoughts of the wise, in union with the words that I speak to you. To you, the sacrifice I make is one. Let your aim be one and single. Let your hearts be joined in one. The mind at rest in unison, at peace with all, so may you be. That was Kumbh the Journey. I would like to give a vote of thanks and to the people who have contributed immensely for this production. This has been the second production that we have done successfully with Gurudev's blessings. And the script was helped upon by Mr. Ashok Lalji. He's at here, I think. And the music was done by Pandit Jwala Prasad ji. The direction was done by myself, Srinai. And the lighting by Mr. Malai Das ji and the entire team of Vivek and Preman, Mr. Sharma. I'd like to thank all of them. Let me introduce the cast to all of you. First, I'd like to ask Ambuj to come, who is the Dhanvantari, the physician who gives us all the medicine of life. We have got Shaurya, who is Vishnu and the planet. We have got Lakshmi, Goddess Lakshmi, as Priyanka, and the rest.
we have got Nidhi, the Varuni enchantress, who gives Magira to the demons, Varun. Then we have got Sugandha, Mohini. We've got the Garud, that is Vijay, Dilip, Niharika, Akshay, the good son. Another of the planets, as in satellites, Moon, by Raman, Karthik, the ardent student, Anil, one of the planets again. The rivers, Uma, Devyani and Abha. Raman, the yoga teacher. Raghav, sorry. And this is Vikas, the really excited, adrenaline pumping demon. And we have got another set of rivers. This is Ramya, Richa and Geeta. And finally Shankaracharya as Samir.
And Srinayak.
Drink and digest the negativities also, like Lord Shiva did, and finally we get Amrit. So wherever we do a churning, whether in the individual self or in a society, lot of good and bad thing comes, but ultimately it goes on to benefit the world at large. So I'm very happy our Chinmaya Yuva Kendra team, they did churning within themselves and together as a team, and they brought out this Amrut for all of us to enjoy. And I'm sure they will continue doing this wonderful thing, benefiting themselves and the society at large. I am very happy that all of you came to see this program and encourage them. I would also request you to send your children, those who are in this age group, for these classes which we have regularly here in Chinmaya Mission. So these classes are not only to bring out not only help them in their spiritual growth, but also in the material world around us, to help them to deal with positive and negative situations in life. And I'm very happy that all of them did a wonderful job today. So let us give them a